A 3-week Ukrainian operation concluded with 2 precision drone hits destroying a Russian Su-24M at Saky airfield just as the bomber was preparing to strike Ukraine. Ukrainian Special Operations Forces destroyed a Russian Su-24M bomber at the Saky military airfield in occupied Crimea just as the aircraft was preparing for another combat mission against Ukraine. Oleksandr Pivnenko, commander of Ukraine's National Guard, announced the strike on July 16th and released footage showing the operation by the Omega Special Purpose Center. After identifying the aircraft and carefully planning the mission, Omega operators attacked it with 2 strike drones. The first UAV struck the nose of the Su-24M, Pivnenko said, while the second hit the area around its fuel tanks, ultimately destroying the aircraft. The mission took approximately 3 weeks to prepare and was coordinated with Ukraine's Air Force and Security Service, according to Vitaly Kravchuk, commander of a separate diving unit within the Omega Center. Before launching the strike, Ukrainian personnel analyzed the target, confirmed that the aircraft was real rather than a decoy, mapped the drone's flight route, and prepared backup options in case the original plan failed. This was a clearly planned operation, Kravchuk said, crediting detailed staff work and precise execution for the result. The operation also served as a test of an upgraded Hornet unmanned system modified by the unit's technical specialists. It was the first time the detachment had used a fixed-wing drone of this type at such a distance. The Russian airfield was protected by mobile fire teams and electronic warfare systems capable of disrupting or destroying Ukrainian drones. However, carefully selected routes and the element of surprise allowed the aircraft to reach its target. They did not expect that such systems could fly that far, Kravchuk said. He added that the strike could force Russia to move combat aircraft increasingly farther from occupied Crimea. There will be no safe place for them there, he said. The Ukrainian strike system reportedly cost approximately $10,000 to $11,000, while the destroyed Su-24M was worth millions of dollars. Previously, Ukraine's Air Force confirmed that Ukrainian forces shot down a Russian aircraft, a Russian Su-35 fighter jet, with an estimated cost of up to $85 million. The success of Operation Pavotina, Spider's Web, hinged on the surgical precision of FPV drone strikes against Russia's strategic bombers. This accuracy was not incidental, it was essential. Once hit in carefully selected locations, the aircraft were rendered beyond repair. A key insight comes from an official photograph released by the Security Service of Ukraine, SSU, which details the effects of the operation. During the operation, Ukrainian drones struck the Belaya, Diaghilevo, Olenia, and Ivanovo air bases, damaging or destroying 34% of Russia's strategic cruise missile carriers. According to the SSU, the losses amount to approximately $7 billion. The images reveal the exact points of impact deliberately chosen for their structural and operational vulnerability. Achieving complete destruction required more than just hitting the target it demanded, hitting the right part of the aircraft. On the Tu-92M3 long-range bomber, the strike was aimed at the central fuel tank. This tank is located directly above the center wing section, a structurally vital area that bears most of the aerodynamic loads acting on the aircraft. A fire in the center wing section compromises the aircraft's structural integrity. Depending on the duration and intensity of the fire, the aluminum alloy structure can lose strength or completely fail. This is especially critical given that most aviation-grade aluminum melts at around 650 degrees Celsius. In the case of the Tu-95MS strategic bomber, the strike pattern was more complex. Drones targeted the area between the fuselage and the inner engine, a section containing a fuel tank and the 4-spar wing root. This is one of the most structurally loaded parts of the airframe, supporting a missile pylon, engine, and landing gear. In at least one case, an explosion in this area effectively severed the wing, as captured in video footage of the strike. The resulting fires, triggered by hits on fuel tanks, led to total destruction of the airframes. In practical terms, a hit on the engine or cockpit might be repairable. A melted wing root or center fuselage, however, is a death sentence for the aircraft. While no imagery of damage to Tu-160 bombers has been published, and the SSU's released photo does not show where they were hit, analysts suggest two likely vulnerabilities: a small fuel tank above the center wing section, or the main fuel tank in the tail section. The effectiveness of these strikes was closely linked to whether the aircraft were fueled and ready for sortie. This means that the timing of the attack and the selection of which aircraft to target was a key operational decision.